In our basic concept of chemical calculation, we are going to study redox reaction. What is redox reaction means? It is a combination of reduction and oxidation. Now we are going to learn the reduction and oxidation definition under three concepts. They are classical concept, electronic concept, oxidation number concept.
In this classical concept, what is oxidation means? Addition of oxygen is called as oxidation. Another definition, either removal of hydrogen also called as oxidation. Next, reduction. What is reduction means? Addition of hydrogen is called as reduction. Another definition for reduction is either the removal of oxygen also called as reduction. First reaction, in this one, the iron is added with oxygen, we get Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide. Here the iron is added with oxygen, so addition of oxygen is called as oxidation. Next one, H2S. H2S means hydrogen sulfide is added with chlorine, we get hydrogen chloride plus sulfur. Here the chlorine is added with hydrogen. In the product HCl means the chlorine is added with H, so that it is called as reduction. Electronic concept. In this concept, oxidation, what is oxidation means? Loss of electron is called as oxidation. To remember this oxidation, we have to remember the word LOE. L means loss, O means off, E means electron. So loss of electron is called as oxidation. For example, copper. Copper, it is a atom. What is atom? Is a neutral. Why they are called as neutral means they have same number of proton and same number of electron. Here copper, atomic number 29. Atomic number 29 means it has 29 proton and 29 electron. Here 2 electron goes to loss. So 2 electron lost means there is 29 proton and 27 electron. So difference is 2 proton or excess. 2 proton excess means they have 2 positive charges or excess. So indicate that 2 positive excess only. We are indicating in product side Cu2 plus. So loss of electron is called as oxidation. The next one, reduction. Reduction means gain of electron is called as reduction. Here we have to remember the word REG. R means reduction, E means electron, G means gain. So reduction means gain of electron is called as reduction. Now the copper 2 plus is added with the 2 electron. In this copper 2 plus we have 29 proton, 27 electron. Now we are going to add 2 electron. So now they become as equal, 29 proton and 29 electron. So both are equal means they are in atomic state. So we get copper has a product in a product side. Here the gain the electrons, 2 electrons are gained by copper 2 plus, so the process name is reduction. So far we learned two concepts. One is classical concept, another one is electronic concept, and next concept is oxidation number concept. But before going into the oxidation number concept, we have to learn some rules about oxidation number. First one, the oxidation state of free element and molecule are 0. For example, for element hydrogen H2 is element and oxygen O2, S2, S8, iron, copper, sodium, zinc. These are element. Oxidation number for these element are 0. Next one, molecule. For example, carbon dioxide, water, KMnO4, K2S, Cr2O7, H2SO4. These are molecule. For this molecule also oxidation number is 0. And second point, for monoatomic ion. Mono means single, atomic ion. Ion means either they have positive or negative. Positive having means that is called as cation, and negative means it is called as anion. For example, in sodium plus, the sodium in superscript it has positive, so the oxidation number of sodium is +1. In Cl minus, the Cl in superscript it has minus, that so that the oxidation state of Cl is -1. So in monoatomic ion, the net charge of the ion, net charge means what is indicated in superscript, that is called as net charge. It's oxidation state. Third one, in polyatomic ion, poly means many. So many atom containing ion is the algebraic sum of oxidation state of all atoms is equal to the net charge on the ion. For example, in Cr2O7 2-, here this is called as polyatomic ion because it contains 2 chromium atom and 7 oxygen atom, so it is a poly atom, and also it contains in superscript 2-, so it is called as polyatomic ion. In this one, the 2 into 6 is the oxidation state of chromium, plus 7 into -2 is the oxidation state of oxygen. So we are going to add this algebraic sum, means multiplying and then adding, is equal to the net charge. What is the net charge here? -2, so equal to -2. So third point is in polyatomic ion, the algebraic sum of oxidation state of all atom is equal to the net charge of on the ion. Fourth point, here the oxidation state of hydrogen is +1, always +1, but when the hydrogen is combined with the metal, it has the hydrogen possesses -1 because now always metal having +1 character because of its electropositive nature. For example, NaH, here the Na is a metal. So metal having +1 +1 means the hydrogen has -1. The oxidation rate of hydrogen here is -1. In HCl, the Cl is a minus character. So the Cl is minus mean the hydrogen is +1. So oxidation state of hydrogen is always +1 only, but when it is combined with the metal, that hydrogen oxidation state changed as a -1. Fifth one, the oxidation state of fluorine is always -1 because it has more electronegative character. Fluorine is the most electronegative element, so that it possesses always -1 character. Sixth one, the oxidation state of oxygen is -2, always -2, but there is some exception. It has 4 different type. One is in peroxide, the oxidation state of oxygen is -1. Suppose the oxide is superoxide, means the oxidation state of oxygen is -1/2, that is -half. When the oxygen is, sometimes it is combined with the fluorine. Now only we saw in fifth rule, what is the oxidation state of fluorine? -1, always -1. So fluorine always minus means the oxygen is plus character. So here the oxidation state of oxygen is +2. Now first example, in water H2O, the oxidation state of oxygen is -2 because here hydrogen is +1. How many hydrogen present here? 2 hydrogen. So the hydrogen is +2 means the oxygen is -2. In molecule, always I said the oxidation state is 0, so that in water hydrogen +2 means oxygen -2. In hydrogen peroxide formula H2O2, here the oxidation state of oxygen is -1. We are going to calculate that oxygen is -1 or some other. See the calculation. In hydrogen peroxide, how many hydrogen is there? 2 hydrogen. So that 2 into 1, 2, plus the oxygen we have to calculate. So 2 into x, 2x is equal to 0. Why we are putting 0 means the H2O2 is a molecule. So that the oxidation number for molecule is 0. So we are putting equal to 0. Now we get 2x equal to -2. Afterward, x value we get -1. In KO2, that is KO2 means potassium superoxide. Here the oxidation state of oxygen is -half. How we are getting means, see the calculation. For potassium, oxidation number is 1, plus we don't know the oxygen oxidation number, so 2 oxygen is present there. So 2 into x equal to 0. Here also the KO2 is a molecule, so that equal to 0. After calculating, we get x value is equal to -half. Next, OF2. Here in this one we have to calculate the oxidation number for oxygen. So put x for oxygen, and fluorine it is -1. How many fluorine is there? 2 fluorine. So 2 into -1 equal to 0. It is also a molecule. So put value 0 and x minus 2 equal to 0. After calculating we get the x value plus 2. So the oxygen oxidation number plus it becomes plus when it combined with the fluorine. Seventh one, the oxidation state of alkali metals. In the alkali metals means in periodic table first column. You refer your periodic table first column and elements are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. These alkali metal oxidation state is +1. The next one, the oxidation rate of alkaline earth metal. You have to refer the periodic table. Second group, they are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. They have oxidation number +2. Definition for oxidation number. It is defined as the imaginary charge left on the atom when all other atoms of the compound have been removed in the usual oxidation state that are assigned according to sets of rules. Now only we learned some set of rule for oxidation number. According to the rule, we are going to calculate the manganese oxidation number in potassium permanganate. Here the potassium is the alkali metal, so oxidation number is +1. Oxygen always -2 and KMnO4 is a molecule, so on the whole the oxidation number is 0. Now see the calculation. We don't know the manganese oxidation number, so put X for manganese. Potassium +1 plus manganese oxidation number X, put X plus 4 into -2. How many oxygen is there? 4 oxygen. 4 into -2 equal to 0. Why here putting 0 means KMnO4 is a molecule. On the whole, the oxidation number for molecule is 0. So putting 0 here. Now after calculating, what we are doing means that potassium +1 charges and oxygen -8 charges we are going to remove, means we just put the numbers in the right hand side, so that we are getting the oxidation number value for manganese is +7. We are going to remove the oxidation number of potassium and oxidation number of oxygen by setting that number in the right hand side, so that we are getting the some charges for manganese. That charges is called as oxidation number of manganese. Now you see the definition, you can get a clear idea about that oxidation number. Here some example for finding the oxidation number of some atoms. In carbon dioxide we have to find the oxidation number for carbon. So oxygen oxidation number -2 we know from the rules. So put X for carbon, X plus 2 into -2. How many oxygen there? 2 oxygen. So 2 into -2. Carbon dioxide is a molecule, so put 0. We get X equal to +4. Now oxidation number of carbon is +4. In sulfuric acid, we have to find out sulfur oxidation number for sulfur. Hydrogen +1, oxygen -2 we know from the rules. So how many hydrogen? 2 hydrogen. 2 into +1 plus X for sulfur plus 4 into -2 equal to 0. Here sulfuric acid also molecule, so equal to 0. After calculation we get the oxidation number for sulfur X equal to +6. Next chromium Cr2O7 2-. Here it is a polyatomic ion, so the net charge is equal to -2, and we are going to find out here oxidation number for chromium. So put X for chromium. How many chromium? 2 chromium, so 2X plus 7 oxygen, and oxygen oxidation number is -2. 7 into -2. After calculation we get the oxidation number for chromium is +6. Next carbon in difluoromethane. Here the formula is CH2F2. Here the carbon X and then 2 into 1 hydrogen oxidation number is +1, so that 2 into +1, and fluorine oxidation number is -1, so 2 into -1 equal to 0. It is a molecule, so that equal to 0. After calculation we get the X value 0. So here the oxidation number for carbon is 0. Next example, sulfur dioxide. Here we are going to calculate the oxidation number for sulfur. So 2 oxygen is present, 2 into -2. According to the rule, we have the oxidation number of oxygen is -2 equal to, it is a molecule, so 0. Put the value, we get the X value is equal to +4 for oxidation number of sulfur. For KMnO4, K value is +1, Mn value we don't know, so put X for that, and oxygen, 4 oxygen is present, so 4 into -2, and it is a molecule, so put that equal to 0, and we get the X value equal to +7. This is oxidation number of manganese, so +7. Next, ferrous sulfate, FeSO4. Please keep it in mind, the sulfate always having -2, so it is a molecule. Sulfate -2 means the ion having +2 character, so +1 and -2 equal to 0. We get the oxidation number for molecule is 0 now. So here the oxidation number for ion Fe is +2. Next one, Fe2SO4 thrice. Here we are going to find out the ion oxidation number. So X for oxidation number of ion. How many ion is there? 2, so 2X. And how many sulfate is there? 3, so 3 into -2 and equal to 0. It is a molecule, so we get the value for X is equal to 3. Now the oxidation number for ion is +3. Here the ferric sulfate ion oxidation number is +3, and MnSO4, I underlined manganese. We have to find out the oxidation number for manganese. I already told you the sulfate oxidation number is -2, so the manganese now possesses +2. Now we are going to learn oxidation and reduction under oxidation number concept. Wherever the oxidation number increases, it is called as oxidation. Wherever the oxidation number decreases, it is called as reduction. Now see the example. Here the KMnO4, the Mn value is +7. In product side, MnSO4, the Mn value is +2. +7 to +2 means what is happening there? The number is decreases. Where the number decreases, that is called as reduction. Here the oxidation number +7 to +2 means it is decreases, so it undergo reduction process. The KMnO4 undergo reduction process. The next one, FeSO4, here ion +2 value, and Fe2SO4, the ion possesses +3 value. +2 to +3, what is happening there? The oxidation number increases. So where the oxidation number increases, it is called as oxidation. Now the potassium permanganate, here it undergo reduction, but it oxidizes the ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate by gaining the electron, so that it is called as oxidizing agent or oxidant. Here KMnO4 is called as oxidizing agent or oxidant, but it undergo what process? Reduction process, but it is used to oxidize the ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate, so that it is called as oxidizing agent or oxidant. Now that ferrous sulfate into ferric sulfate, it release the electron and it get oxidized, but it is used to reduce the KMnO4 to MnSO4, so that the ferrous sulfate here is called as reducing agent, but it undergo oxidation process, but is used to reduce the other molecule to reduce the other molecule, so that it is called as reducing agent. So ferrous sulfate here is reducing agent, KMnO4 is oxidizing agent. Now we are going to learn the types of redox reaction. First reaction, combination reaction. What is combination means? The elements undergo combination and form a single compound. Two or more substances combine to each other and form single compound. See the example. Here carbon element and oxygen is another element combined to each other formed a carbon dioxide. So it is form a single compound. Here it is undergo reduction reaction. From the oxidation number only we are going to find out which one is get oxidized, which one get reduced. In carbon it is 0 because it is element, and oxygen also 0, it is element. In carbon dioxide we already find out in table. Please refer the previous table. Carbon oxidation number +4 and oxygen -2. So 0 to +4 means the number increases, so oxidation. And oxygen 0 to -2 means it number decreases, so reduction. So here reduction and oxidation undergo in one single reaction, so it is called as redox reaction, and undergo combination, so that it is a combination redox reaction. Next one, decompose reaction. Decompose means the compound breaks down into two or more components. Here the potassium chloride KClO3 is undergo breaks down and gives potassium chloride plus oxygen. Now we have to find out the oxidation number for chlorine in potassium chloride KClO3. We know very well potassium +1. We don't know chlorine, so put X for chlorine, and oxygen -2. 3 oxygen is there, so 3 into -2 equal to 0. Why it is 0 means it is a molecule. Afterward we getting X value +5. This +5 you have to put in potassium chloride, so +5 for chlorine, and oxygen -2. In product side, the potassium chloride, chlorine is -1 because the potassium is +1, so that chlorine -1. In oxygen it is a molecule, so 0 there. And you see that in potassium chloride, in chlorine +5 to -1, what is happening there? Number decreases, so that it undergo reduction process. And oxygen in reactant side -2 and product side 0, so -2 to 0 means number increases, it undergo oxidation. So in this reaction, reduction and oxidation together we are getting, so that it is a redox reaction. And also the compound, that is potassium chloride, breaks down into potassium chloride and oxygen, so that it is a decomposition reaction. Next reaction is displacement reaction. In this displacement reaction, one ion or an atom in a compound is replaced by an ion or atom of another element is called as displacement reaction. There is two types. One is metal displacement reaction and another one is non-metal displacement reaction. First, in the metal displacement reaction, see the diagram in nearer. First of all, in beaker we are going to take copper sulfate solution. In that copper sulfate solution we are going to place zinc metal strip. After sometimes we see that the solution, the blue color is slowly disappeared, and then the metal strip get brown color on its surface. This brown color is refers that the copper is displaced from the copper sulfate solution by zinc metal, and the copper is coated on the zinc metal. Now see the reaction. Copper sulfate CuSO4 plus Zn. Here the copper sulfate, the copper possesses +2. Why it is +2 means the sulfate always, I told you, -2, so that the copper becomes +2 here. And zinc is a metal and element, so that the oxidation number is 0. Now see the product side, we get copper metal and then zinc sulfate. Here copper is metal, so 0, and in zinc sulfate, sulfate is -2, so zinc is possessed +2. Now see that copper +2 to 0 means the number is decreases, so that it undergo reduction process. And Zn, that is 0 from +2, oxidation number increases, so it undergo oxidation process. Here the zinc metal displaces the copper metal from the copper sulfate solution, so that it is called as metal displacement displacement reaction. Another one, non-metal displacement reaction. See the reaction zinc plus HCl. We get the product zinc chloride plus hydrogen. Here the zinc metal displaces hydrogen from the hydrogen chloride. Here hydrogen is a not metal, so that it is non-metal displacement reaction. Zinc only displaces the hydrogen from the hydrogen chloride, so that it is a non-metal displacement reaction. Next one, disproportionation reaction, that is auto-redox reaction. In this reaction, the same compound undergo both reduction and oxidation. In the such reaction, the oxidation state of one and same element in both sides increase and decreased. Now see the example. First example, H2O2 hydrogen peroxide. Here the oxidation number -1. Please refer the rule, and then we get the clear idea about that this one. So -1. And water, here water oxidation number is -2, and oxygen, it is a molecule, so a molecule or element state, so 0. Now the -1 to 0 means the number increases, so oxidation, and -1 to -2 means the number decreases, so the oxidation the reduction process undergo. So the same compound undergo both oxidation and reduction, so that it is a disproportionation reaction or auto-redox reaction. Our next reaction is competitive electron transfer reaction. Before going to the reaction, we already saw one experiment under a metal displacement reaction. There we place a zinc metal in the copper sulfate solution. Afterward we saw the zinc on this zinc metal, the copper is placed on that. This indicates that the zinc displaces the copper from copper sulfate solution. If we put the copper in zinc sulfate solution, the copper never displaces the zinc. From that we know the zinc has a more tendency to release electron and copper accept the electron. Now here also we are going to see one experiment. In this experiment, the first beaker containing silver nitrate solution. In that solution we are going to place the copper strip. After some time we saw here the silver nitrate solution slowly becomes a blue color. This blue color, we are getting that the copper from the copper metal displaces the silver from the silver nitrate solution. The copper, when it is mixed with the silver nitrate, it slowly turns into blue color. From the above experiment, copper plus silver nitrate gives copper nitrate plus silver. Copper is an element, so that oxidation number 0. In silver nitrate, nitrate is -1, so silver is +1. Another way, the silver is a metal, and metal means it is positive character, and valency is 1, so that it is +1. The silver possesses oxidation number +1. In copper nitrate, the nitrate is -1. There is 2 nitrate, so -2 for nitrate. -2 for nitrate means copper possesses +2. And silver, it is a metal in product side, so that it is a 0. Oxidation number is 0. Please refer the rule, so that only we getting that clear idea about that. And copper 0 to +2. 0 from the reactant side, +2 in the product side. Here number increases, so that it is oxidation. In silver nitrate, Ag plus +1 to 0. +1 to 0 means what happening there? The number decreases, so it undergo reduction process. From this experiment we conclude that copper has a tendency to release electron and silver to accept the electron. Now we can say that among the zinc, copper and silver, which one having the electron releasing power means zinc is having more power to release the electron than copper, and copper is more power to release the electron than silver. This kind of competition of electron among various metals help us to design the galvanic cell. It is the use of electron transfer reaction.